Wait, you're kidding me, right? Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phillies Chat Show for the cast here recapping last night's disgraceful performance between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Arizona Diamondbacks as the Phillies lose 4-2 to the Diamondbacks. Just pathetic as we lose this series, as we hope not to get swept out by this inept team at 3:40 today. But honestly, ladies and gentlemen, I'm starting to think that this is an inept team. Now, guys, before we get into this video, please subscribe if you have not yet. Please hit the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get it. It's just pathetic. Any way you want to say it, any way you want to put it, this was abysmal. This is another abysmal offensive performance. We have just no life whatsoever, right? Just no life. And we had 4 hits last night. Four hits, as we've got a combined 7 hits in this series against the worst team in baseball, and by a large margin. There's the second worst, and then there's the worst, and then there's a huge gap. All right, I mean the second worst and then the worst. Bam! There's a huge gap in between how bad the Arizona Diamondbacks are. What is it with these terrible teams like the Pirates, like the Diamondbacks? When we get swept out by the Orioles last year. What is it? What is it with these teams, man? What is it? What is it? Where's our offense? Nowhere to be seen. This is so frustrating. I can't stand watching these games. No one is hot right now on this team. No one. The whole team has cooled off. The whole team has cooled off. As we're now 3.5 back. I don't even know at this point. Only 2 over 500. The old Phillies are back, right? I said that yesterday, and I'm going to say it again. Where's the offense? There's just no heart. There's no fight. You know, sometimes you're going to lose and sometimes you're going to get beat. And we have lost the past 2 games. We have lost. We haven't got beat. We've lost. We've lost. There's a difference between getting beat and losing. So, you know, we're not even putting up a fight, right? I mean, that's when you get beat, right? You put up a fight, you battle until the very end. We've lost the past 2 games. We haven't looked good at all. Nothing exciting. Nothing. I can't take really one big highlight out of this series that I'm, super proud of. You know, I mean, J.D. Hammer had a great 2 innings in the first game. You know, Bryce Harper hitting the home run. He hasn't done anything since then. So I'm frustrated. I am very frustrated. This is a rage video, and I think it should be. This is the Diamondbacks team. Are you kidding me? The D-backs, man. They are a disaster. Honestly, this is a disaster, right? I'm starting to think that. So you pick up the scoring summary here in the top of the first inning. We get on the board first, right? I mean, second night in a row we got on the board first, and we just can't get him off of it. As Odubel hits a leadoff triple, right? I mean, that was pretty cool. And pass ball by Carson Kelly, couldn't handle it. I mean, it almost was a strike, right? Bryce Harper up at the plate, and Odubel comes around to score. It's a 1-0 Philadelphia. And then in that at-bat, right, Bryce Harper lines to deep left field, right on the warning track, and that would have been an RBI for him, and it wouldn't have brought down his batting average. So I was pretty annoyed about that, actually. I'm thinking, like, Carson Kelly caused Bryce Harper from getting an RBI, which he did. I mean, if he handled that ball, then Harp would have had a sacrifice fly to get his 51st RBI of the season. But nevertheless, to me, we're winning, right? That's the main story, right? I mean, we're winning. That's what's important. We pick it up bottom of the 3rd inning. And so we do the same thing, right? I mean, this is a wild pitch, not a fast ball, right? Ranger Suarez throws a wild pitch. And Nick Ahmed comes around to score as the Diamondbacks tied at 1. So his command, wasn't there, clearly right there. So the Diamondbacks tie it at 1. And then we pick it up bottom of the 4th inning. Castellanos singles on a ground ball to center field. Christian Walker comes around to score as the Diamondbacks now lead it 2-1. Just unacceptable. You can't allow the pitcher to do that. You can't allow the pitcher to do that against this inept Diamondbacks team. I mean, you kidding me? Honestly, how am I surprised? Why should I be surprised? Am I right? You saw that double without the David Price, remember, against the Dodgers. You can't let the pitcher beat you like that, man. That's just not right. So it's 2-1 Arizona, and we pick it up bottom of the 5th inning. Carson Kelly singles on a ground ball to left field. Ketel Marte comes around to score as it's now 3-1 D-backs. So the D-backs now extend the lead. Andrew McCutchen, terrible throw from left field. He was smacked with the E on that, and I think he should have been. There's no question about that. Ever since coming out in the IL, he has not been good at the plate. he has not been got out in left field. So there's something missing out of Andrew McCutchen. It doesn't seem like that Andrew McCutchen swag to him. He reminds me of the Andrew McCutchen from last season. And it's very, very frustrating. He has not done well at all. You saw that the home run on Saturday against the Cincinnati Reds. He hasn't done anything since then. He's just been bad all around. So 3-1 Arizona, we pick it up. Bottom of the 7th inning, Christian Walker does it again as he singles on the line drive to right field. And Smith comes around to score as it's now 4-1 Arizona. So the Diamondbacks have a 3-run lead. That was off of Bailey Falter. At this point in the ball game, in the words of Jack Fritz Fennebaum, what am I going to say? Feels like a loss. It feels like a loss. And how can it not? I mean, this offense is dead. This is boring as anything, ladies, and this is beyond boring. All right, and we're not putting up any fight. It's just like I don't even know. It just felt like watching a zombie. It's like watching a zombie. I'm not even gonna really go too hard on Bailey Falter, Ranger Suarez. We need to give them run support. We need to give this pitching staff run support, right? I mean, they weren't great last night by any stretch, the pitching staff, but I mean, we need to give them run support, man. It's just pathetic. And we pick it up to top of the 8th inning. Odubel Herrera, right? Works on a fly ball to right center field. His 9th of the season. A solo shot that gets the Phillies a little closer. A 4-2 ball game, right? And unfortunately, that'd do it for the Phils, right? I mean, the rest of the ball game, 4-2 is your final. The Phillies drop this series. How in the world do you lose a series to this Diamondbacks team? I mean, a playoff team does not lose a series to a Diamondbacks team. And listen, I understand, hey, they're a professional baseball team. They're going to win every once in a while. I understand that. But this is a really bad, this is like a double-A team at best, man. This is a bad team. This is a really bad team. I don't think you guys realize how bad the Diamondbacks are. And if you really want to know how bad they are, let's listen in to Corey Seidman, as he's going to give us a nice stat. And the Phillies Diamondbacks series is only the second series Arizona has won against a team over 500 since April 23rd, a span of 102 games. You heard me right. You heard me right. Only the second series the Diamondbacks have won against a team over 500 since April 23rd. 102 games of play, ladies and gentlemen. That is how bad the Diamondbacks are. Just so you understand. And this, ladies and gentlemen, this team lost to that. You got that right. So typical Phillies. Typical Philly, I guess you could say, right? It's just so frustrating. I hate losing like this. Duber Elias spot 2 hits, the triple and the homer. Right, it was a double and single shy of the cycle, now batting .250, right? I mean, that's one guy had a pretty good night last night, right? I mean, I was talking about the highlights of the series before. It's not been many. Duber Herrera definitely showed up last night. I was pretty impressed with him. He had a pretty good night. I was really impressed with that. Gene Segura batting in the 2-hole, right? I mean, he's kind of got some time in the leadoff spot, time in the 2-hole. He collected a hit last night. Bryce Harper cooling off, right? I mean, he lined the ball a couple times last night, right? And it's hit the ball hard, but honestly, it's just frustrating, right? Average now drops to 294. It's amazing, right? They came out with the stats over the past 7 games, for the lineup. He's hitting around 200, but he has like 400 on base percentage, OPS around 1,000. Like, this is a slump. This is a good slump for Bryce Harper. Not the best out of Bryce last night, but I tell you what, he's still hitting the ball hard, which is nice to see. J.H. Muto did go hit, so he was able to mix in a walk, but these guys just really infuriate me, right? I mean, these guys, they're just not putting up a fight at all, ladies and gentlemen, in the immediate order. I mean, Gene has cooled off. His whole team has cooled off, like I said before. I mean, JT, he has some pretty anemic at-bats, too. Into a cut, only 1 hit, but honestly, I'm so bothered by that throwing area out in left field, right? I mean, he has just not been good out there. It's amazing he's a former Gold Glove winner because he just doesn't seem it. He's a shell of his former self, and we can't expect him to be the 2013, Andrew McCutchen, right? When the dreadlocks and all that other stuff. I mean, that was really cool, right? You can't really expect him to be that kind of guy anymore. But Brad Miller, he's just like, man, this guy has just been treacherous. Now with a .213 average on the air. We need Reese back now. We need him back now. We need him back right now. It's just like, listen, like I said, he's not some elite hitter, but he would really help out this team. There's no question about that. We need another bat in this lineup. I mean, Brad Miller, he's just not doing anything, right? And you saw when he stepped up Remember against the Miami Marlins, right? I mean, in May, right? Remember, he was kind of, he was getting some playing time. He's taking advantage of it. I mean, he's not taking advantage of this right now at all. He has been bad. He has been very bad, right? You saw he made some misplays at first base. He hasn't been doing anything at the plate. So he strikes out looking way too much. And Alec Bohm now 6 consecutive games that he has not started. Now, I really love Ronald Torreyes. He hasn't done much in the series. But, I mean, I'm still a big Ron Torreyes fan. But I think the message has been sent, right? I mean, of course, he's not going to just, get magically better at defense now. That's something you just got to hope and pray that he fixes in the offseason. There's not really a huge cure for that, right? I mean, that's in his hands. It's in the coaching staff's hand to make him a better defender, right? I mean, you can't just, take a pill to make you a better defender, right? You gotta really work at it. It's something you got to work at, right? But I tell you what, man, I mean, I think the message has been sent. If you want to play, you got to play better defense. But I mean, now 6 consecutive games, it's almost a week now. I mean, I think the message is clear. I think it's time you put him back in the lineup today, especially since Ron Torreyes has not done much in this series. So I think it's time you put Alec Bohm back in there. He did come in the bench hit. It's hard to come out the bench all the time and bench hit, right? I mean, that's why he's not really doing anything, because he's kind of adjusting to that new role. Start Alec Bohm at third today. I mean, you got to mix up this lineup. I mean, you have to mix up this lineup. This is the problem with Joe Girardi. I mean, he mixed it up a little bit, right? Gene Segura's in the off spot first game of the series. He kind of switched it up a little bit. Joe Suarez, 4 2/3, 8 hits, 3 runs, 3 were earned, 4 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Like I said, he threw that wild pitch. It just goes to show you. Didn't have good command last night. Walking 4. He walked 4. Not good command at all. Allowing 8 hits. He just didn't look himself. I mean, his pitches didn't really have a lot of movement on it. They were just catching way too much of the plate, man. He just was not good at all. There's no other way to say it. Gets smacked with the L, now 5-4 on the year, 1.47 ERA. And Connor Brogdon, decent inning in the third, right? I mean, he was in a bit of a sticky situation, right? He was brought in, and he was able to get out of that bases-loaded jam, and barely faltered, right? Allowing that RBI single. He's kind of showed some ebbs and flows throughout the season, right? You saw that horrible appearance he had in Chicago last month, and, he has a lot of potential, I'll say that. But Archie Bradley going against his former squad, they're very clean bottom of the 8th inning. I was pretty impressed with him, and this is the kind of guy that just continues to just be great right now. 2.63 ERA. His ERA just keeps going down and down and down. I've been so just blown away by how good Archie Bradley has been since coming back, from that injury, right? I think you got to re-sign this guy. I'm going to say it again. You got to re-sign Archie Bradley. This is the Archie Bradley I expected when we signed him, right? I mean, I've been saying that for a while now. He is returning to his form. So I've been blown away by how good he's been. So, Phillies lose as they look not to get swept out. Now, hold on. They look not to get swept. The words I thought I'd never say, by the Arizona Diamondbacks. Sorry, let me repeat. The Phillies trying to not get swept by the Arizona Diamondbacks. You heard me right, the Arizona Diamondbacks. The worst team in baseball. So we have to hope we do not get swept out by these guys. I mean, wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that just be something? I mean, 2 Rays videos in the same day, right? Wouldn't that just be amazing, right? I am just furious. I don't even know what to even say anymore. I don't even know. Just when you think this team is gaining momentum, they just collapse. They just fall down. I don't even know anymore. So look, we have the ace going on the mound today, but honestly, I'm just forever just annoyed about this series, right? I mean, I'm never going to forget this. This is the kind of series that can cost you from making the postseason. This is the kind of series that can cost you from making the postseason. You think I'm wrong? Well, let's go back and take a look at last year. All the games that we should have won against some of those inept teams, and it cost us from making the playoffs. So go take a look at last year, right? We got swept out by the Orioles. I'm using last year as an example because it kind of fits my point. As we take a look at today, 3:40 the first pitch. Ace Zach Wheeler on the mound, 10-7. They 2.56 ERA, coming off of a shaky starting against Cincinnati Reds. He should bounce back. Hopefully, we got to give him run support. And he's going into Madison Bumgarner, former San Francisco Giants, 6-7. They 4.30 ERA. I want to say, hopefully, we can line them up. This offense is colder than the freezer, right? I mean, it is terrible. It has not been good. So, guys, since you watch this video, please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, check out the social media, link in the description section. At Phillies at Stove, Instagram, call or text 267-225-3392. Email me, phillieshatstove@gmail.com. So 3:40 first pitch day, the finale, we go to San Diego. So guys, thanks for watching. I am Luke, and I'll talk to you later. Let's go, Phils. Just pathetic. I'll see you guys.